What is going on, people? Welcome back. We are in the what is it? The Le Mans sports car, I believe it is. I can't really remember now. Le Mans sports car, 1960s, 1970s. I don't know, 1950s probably. I'm always getting it wrong. But here we go. We're at Silverstone. We started in 14th place from the back. This race requires a one pit. No, it doesn't require a pit stop. These cars will get to the end on these standard tyres. Starting from the back at Silverstone, we're going to see what we can do in this open top. I think it's an Aston Martin. I can't remember. We'll find out at the end of the race anyway. There you go. Up into 9th place. Let the car rotate around here. Try not to take no one out. There we go. Pull out the way of him. Don't want to take him out. And I'm surprised we don't get a penalty for that, to be honest. Not intentional. We pulled out as soon as he started his rear end started to come around. But sometimes even if you try and rectify it, it doesn't normally work. And a lot of you will argue as well that I should have waited and let him get back ahead. But yeah, not when it's not intentional. I didn't mean to do it. We're going to push the nose of the car up the inside there. A lot of you will probably argue I'm not allowed to do that. But he's out of control. He's leaving the gap. I'm going to stick the nose in the gap. Simple as that. And we're into 4th place. We can see the podiums in front of us. We want to get these corners right here. Try and not go off track, which we nearly do. I do pick up. I've picked up a 2.2 penalty. I don't know where I picked that up. Oh well. Anyway, we'll push on. Yeah, I seem to pick up a lot of penalties at Silverstone. Not my strongest track, Silverstone, but we'll do a job round there. We normally do. But yeah, I am liable to pick up a penalty. But yeah, let's see how we get on in a straight line against these lot. We want to be quicker. That would be better. We're sort of the same, and I'm sat in the slipstream as well, so it's not really a good sign. So hopefully we do corner better, but at the moment it looks like we have a lot of understeer, which isn't a good sign. Hopefully the more weight that comes off the car with the fuel, the better it will be. Try and not rear end this guy, give him all the space and time he needs, and then we'll try and take an opportunity to overtake him. But all while we're doing this, first place is really starting to get ahead. He's 3.6 ahead, so we're going to try and dispatch of this guy now. There we go. Not going off track. There we go. And he's 3.1 ahead, so there we go. We've got 6 laps, just under 6 laps to try and get that time down, overtake him and build up a 2.25 lead over him. Obviously we have the penalty as well, don't forget that. It's about 2.9. It's going to be about 3 seconds, I think. Yeah, might even go 3.1, which isn't a good thing. It means we're going backwards now. But slightly late braking into this corner because it's a late apex, which we completely miss. And then this one, you want to stay as deep as you can for as long as possible before the car. When you get on the throttle at the end of that corner, you want to get on the throttle and stay on the throttle. You don't want to be getting on the throttle and lifting or braking, because then it affects you all the way down this straight, which is not what you want to be doing. And then this is the same as well. You want to, once you get back on the throttle, you don't want to be lifting because it really affects your exit. These are corners at Silverstone especially. You want to be braking heavy at the right time, and then as soon as you come off the brakes, you want to be back on the throttle or hold fire through the non-throttle during long sweeping corners. But as soon as you hit the throttle at Silverstone, you want to be staying on it. You don't want to be lifting or recorrecting. But anyway, enough waffling on. We're 1.4 behind, and this is coming towards the end of lap 2, but we need to get ahead of this guy and build up a gap as well. With the pace so far that I'm showing over 1 lap, I'm happy. I think we'll do it. If he's got something in the locker, it's going to be a lot more difficult, but we'll see what we can do. At the moment, we're technically not even in 2nd place. We're actually in 3rd place because of the penalty. Guy behind seems to be making a bit of a dash, so yeah, Gonna have to try and get a little bit more of a move on here. We're not taking too many risks at the moment, but that should be the fastest lap of this race. Obviously timing that corner right into 4th gear, and it's flat out. Keep it pinned. Don't barry and lose and lift the throttle through there. You want to stay pinned. And we're 1.2, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1. Okay. And we've built up enough time behind. So now we are technically in 2nd place because we built up the gap to the guy behind. We've nearly got the slipstream in front. Yeah, it's looking good, and we're not even halfway through this race. So if we can overtake this guy by the end of this lap, that'll be brilliant. If not, we're going to probably have to do it on the next lap, because he's going to be nicking slipstream as soon as we get past him. So it's going to be a lot harder to build a gap up than it was to catch him. But yeah, I'm not worried yet. It's looking good. Get this corner right here, don't go off track. There we go. And we are sat nicely in the slipstream. So I want to stay behind him for these next sequences of corners, and then I want to be behind him. I think it's called the Hanger Straight. No, it's not called the Hanger Straight is the old start line, isn't it? So yeah, we want to be behind him here. Nick his slipstream. I think we're not going to get much slipstream though, because we've got a better exit than him. So we'll pull to the left. Hopefully we've got enough grunt to get past him. We have just about, but we're going to have to go for a late break here to get the front of the car in front of him. He might come shooting up the inside, so I'm ready for that. I'm just giving the room just in case, and it was a bit of a late break as well. So yeah, it wasn't all intentional to give him that much room. But here we go. I think we're going to be in 1st place by the time we go over the line, which is what I wanted to be by the end of this lap. But now we really need to push on. It's 0.5. We need to get that to about 2.3. If we can get that to 2.3, then the race win is ours. So let's go for it. Here we go. Lap 4, lap 5, lap 6, lap 7. It's not bad, to be fair. We've got 4 laps to go, which is alright. It's more than enough to build up a gap like that. And just need to get him out of the slipstream ASAP, because he's going to sit in that on this straight here if he can stick with us, which he's not at the moment. I don't think he's going to get slipstream. Do we get a better exit as well? We do. That's it then. He's not getting slipstream from us. So yeah, potentially by the end of this lap, we could have the delta ahead of him, which would be perfect. No guys have come from the back of the field and making a dash now to get through. I think these are all the same guys that we overtook earlier. Yeah, it's looking good. No complaints. If anything, this is looking too good. But yeah, we've still come from the back. We've still had to do overtakes. We've still had to go past the leader of this race, which sometimes can be very difficult because they go very defensive, especially if you're carrying a penalty as well. But he was very fair about the situation. It's hovering around 1.5. It's looking good. And we've got just over 3 laps of this race to go still, and it's at 1.7. Keeping the corner of my eye on that delta at the moment. And we've gone wide again there. We really need to stop going wide, but I've had a couple of instances like that now on that corner, so hopefully the next one I can eliminate that. We're going to use the sausage cut there. You don't really want to use it, and we're going to use it there as well. Brilliant. And we go off track. That is going to be a penalty. We're very lucky there. That is very lucky. Someone obviously is looking out for us right now with these penalties, because we've lost time as well on that lap. We really need to start building that delta up. If he gets into our slipstream, I would say it would be game over at this point in the race. So I had an issue there with the Xbox. I had to start recording the video again. We lost a lot of time, obviously, where I had to pause it. But this is you joining me back in the race. Thankfully he's not quite in the slipstream, so we're gonna try and build up this delta. We are in lap 5 here, so we still have lap 6 and lap 7 to go, but we really need to build these penalties up. No, we don't need to build these penalties up. We need to build the gap. We need to gap the guy behind, basically, to eliminate our penalty. So let's see what we can do. That's what the aim is, that's what the plan is. Sometimes it doesn't go quite to plan though, as you all guys will know with Forza. It can be frustrating, but then sometimes very satisfying. But yeah, it's all looking good, and there's no way we're going to be dropping to 3rd place either. And we nearly go off again there. Alright, exit. Could have been a bit better. Could have carried a bit more speed out of that exit as well. And we're going down the back straight. Oh, we nearly got onto the grass there. That could have been bad. And that's a better corner. I'll take that. That's better. Accelerate hard. Coming towards the end of this lap now. Slightly late brake into this braking line. Don't hit the sausage curb. There you go. That's what you want to do. You want to just about miss it. And this one as well. Just about miss it. And then get onto the throttle. Through 2nd. Into 3rd. Can't quite go flat out there. Just didn't have the grip to do it. But here we go. Start of lap 6. Slightly late brake here. Use the curb on the inside as much as possible without going off. And then you want to go flat out. Keep it pinned. Keep it pinned. It feels like it won't with these cars, but keep it pinned. And then late brake on the left, cut to the right, use the curb, don't hit the red sausage curb. And then the same again, cut to the right, cut to the left, don't use the red sausage curb, use this outside curb here, and then angle the car through here so you can almost get it straight as soon as possible. And then push hard all the way down the straight. Now this is a late braking zone. Where it says the braking line, brake into the red. There you go, like that, because it's a late apex. Let the car go wide at first, but then take the apex just there. Rotate the car, and then with this one, you're going to go really deep towards the end of the corner. That's not deep enough. See how we lose the rear end as well, where we're getting desperate to try and pull the car back towards the right hand side. And then this one's flat out all the way through, using the curb if you want, like we did. You don't have to though, it's basically a flat out corner. Slightly late brake here into 3rd gear, use all of the curb, then use all of this curb. Don't go off track like we did there, that'll be a penalty. No, it's not. We've been very lucky with penalties, I've got to add here. But here we go, this is straight flat out through until you hit this braking line here. Then using all of the curbs in 3rd gear, use all of the curbs, and then drop it down to 2nd gear here, use all of the curb, and then as soon as you can straighten the car, get right on the power. Even if you want to use that curb on the left, you can, and then push all the way down this straight. And then this red braking zone at the bottom of this straight, you want to slightly late brake into it. Don't go too late like we were earlier in the race. Slightly late brake into 3rd, 2nd, get it as tight as possible on that inside right curb, and then use this outside left curb, and then accelerate down here. Slightly late brake on the braking line, miss that red sausage curb on the left hand side, which we're very cautious about not hitting, and then let the car swing. Almost let the car do the work itself, and we do take it flat out that time, and that is across the line. It would have been the fastest lap of this race, but we went off track, so yeah, not good enough to be honest. But this is the last lap of this race. We're 3.3 ahead, so we've built up that gap nicely. Yeah, got a penalty of 2.25, so we've got basically a second to play with here. The tyres are going there. They're dying on the front. The rears I'm not worried about. The fronts towards the end of this race though might be gone. So I don't think we'll be setting a fastest lap time on this lap. You never know though. You never know. Anything can happen in Forza. Sometimes I actually prefer the handling of... Look, this isn't a lot, but some cars I actually prefer the handling of the car when the fronts are actually dying off. It just feels like I can position the car better and it's not as snappy. But yeah, a lot of you I'm sure will disagree. We're about midway through on this final lap and it's 3.6, so we're actually extending. It's all looking good, and believe it or not, we're half a second up. So there you go. It just proves that even when tyres are starting to die, it doesn't mean everything. And we're still half a second up. This is going to be interesting. If we can keep it half a second up, I don't know what that's going to mean. What's it going to say here? Okay, 3/10 or 300ths, whatever you lot want to say. 300ths. 300ths of a second up, or 3/10, I don't know, one or the other. Don't brake too late, obviously, for that one. We're just about going to keep on the track. Are we still up? Oh, just. I think the tyres are starting to die now, so we're losing the car. This could be a good corner, though, and if it's a good exit as well, we are definitely on for our fastest lap of this race. Do we stay flat out? Yes, we do, and we're up. Yeah, so it will be the fastest lap of this race. There you go, on dead tyres. There you go. There was a guy there with a 2:27. Not bad. Take that. Not bad at all. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I believe it's called the Le Mans Sports Car Series. I think. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good race. We had to slowly build up to the lead, overtake the lead, and then build up the penalty gap. And we achieved all that. I would say it says we only come up 13 places. I'm sure we come up more than 13. But hey ho, doesn't matter. Cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.